My BF, 46 meters, not contributing financially. How to ask him to move out of my 40F house and reason. So my boyfriend, 46 meters, of a year and a half has been living with me, 40F, the last few months. I'm extremely struggling with the interest rates. I own my own home, but I've had an income, kids, and things are now catching up with me. I'm struggling, to be honest. I'm a single moon of 3 children and an adopted child. I make $45,000 a year. He makes $85,000. I own my own home, but my mortgage is now killing me. He does not contribute a dime to any house bills. He says because all he basically uses is water. And it's my house I bought before him, so I'm responsible for the bills. I feel the house is an investment. If we were to stay together long term, we would both share the benefits of the equity down the road, if equity goes up. But I need to face reality and sell my home. How do I tell him? He needs to move out? My home is large but expensive for me, and I tried as long as I could to manage it for the kids and pets. He will argue there's no reason for him to move out right now. TLDR. How to get my boyfriend to move out due to no financial contribution. He's a selfish leech. He's 46 and says all he uses is water. So he doesn't sleep under a roof, sits in the dark, never uses the AC or heater, doesn't eat food you buy, etc. He sounds like a bratty teenager. Tell him you're selling the house. He needs to leave. And when he tries to argue, interrupt him and tell him it's not up for discussion. He needs to leave. Can you boot him and find someone to rent the space he would have used to help enough with mortgage? I will be calling my landlord and telling her I will no longer be paying rent because it was her choice to buy the house. She bought it before she even knew I existed. You literally say to him, you need to move out. You are a financial burden and I no longer wish to support you. If he tries to argue, don't engage. There's no reasoning with people like this. He will argue because he doesn't want to lose his meal ticket. Are you kidding me? There is no way that he doesn't understand he is using more than water. Let him get his own place and tell the landlord he doesn't use much, so it shouldn't cost anything. He is a 46-year-old man and knows exactly that he is using you and watching you struggle. You have 4 kids to support. Is this the type of relationship model you would want for them? Kick him out ASAP or he can pay rent. He's a mooch and currently your 5th child. Tell him family is moving in. When he's gone, rent out a room to a woman to catch up on bills. If you have to move out, rent out your home, but don't sell. 'Cause at 45K you may not be able to buy another spacious home for a while. Your high use is your leverage. Don't lose it. Lose him. All he basically uses is water. No, doll, all he basically uses is you. Why doesn't he help with the mortgage? Seriously. He should be paying rent. If he rented a house from a stranger who still had a mortgage on their house, he'd be contributing to their mortgage payment when he paid rent. He wouldn't expect to live in their home rent-free. Sheesh. Go the legal route if you have to. He needs to go. He benefits from electricity. I'm sure. It's not free. Does he buy his own groceries and prepare his own meals? Does he use the refrigerator or other appliances? Does he know the water company doesn't send over warm water? Or does he only take cold showers? Just serve him an eviction notice. That makes a pretty loud statement. Tell him if he wants to stay, he can pay XXX amount. That is, if you want him to stay. If not, tell him you are selling, so you need to start getting things cleared out and you're starting with him. It sounds like he could help you pay the mortgage, if that's what you want. But I'd be wary of any promises he makes. The fact that you don't know and are nervous about having an honest conversation with this man tells me that he isn't a good partner. You have serious financial issues that he is unwilling to assist you with. As such, your only option is to sell. That is an understandable action. If he won't understand that, then break up with him. You and your kids are better off without him. Unless he lives in your garage, he definitely uses electricity, water, heat, AC, food, bed. Even if he did live in the garage, he still has shelter. I also live in Canada and would boot him out and change the locks. Call the police if he tries to come back in. Also, why on earth did you let him move in with you in the first place? I would question a man that old who doesn't have his own place. You tell him you want to break up. You're selling the house and he has to move out. And you hand him a formal eviction notice, IAW, the law in your area. Rent costs money, so he's a squatter. Water, electric, trash all costs money, and if you're not able to contribute to the home, you need to leave. Loudly crying. OMG, what a bum, living off a woman and her kids. HOBOSEXUAL alert. If you don't want to break up, then charge him rent. Find what the area one-bedroom apartment runs. You could give a discount but also charge a fee for food and utilities. You have to wonder about a guy who freeloads on a single mom and family while banking his almost twice the size salary. Tell him to move out so you can rent a room to a paying tenant and not lose the house. How do y'all end up in these situations? Where are y'all finding these bums? Tell him to leave. Today. He can go, just use water, elsewhere. Present him with a month-to-month lease agreement including a deposit and the minimum required vacate notice. Tell him that he either signs it, hands over his deposit and first month's rent, or he leaves today. His choice. This man is passively using electricity, AC, heat, garbage and sewage. Or does he go to a nearby gas station or restaurant to use the toilet? Who cooks his meals? Does he provide his own groceries and kitchen utensils? Or does he eat out for every meal? Update me. Op at this point, since he's not giving you any consideration, kick him out. Better yet, wait until he's out of the house. Then call a locksmith. Change the locks. Make sure if he has a garage door opener that you change that code as well. And be done with him. Stop calling him your BF, and call him what he really is. A freeloader.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.